Hey everybody, I'm Geno Reynolds from The Real Opinion. Today on The Real Opinion, we're going to be talking about two movies. One is about the next generation of Griswolds making their way to Wally World. The other is a possible real look at a famous fictional detective. Here are a couple of quick reviews for two films that you may want to consider or not consider checking out. First up is Vacation. This comedy about an adult Rusty Griswold and his family is very hit and miss, and the majority misses. The original films were funny mostly because the writing was clever and it knew when to use physical and raunchy humor. For the most part, physical and raunchy humor was all this film had. I felt like they were trying a bit too hard for laughs. I was happy that this movie didn't steal as much as I thought it would from the original films, though it did rework some of the original's jokes. And for those wondering, Cousin Eddie and his family don't show up at all. I think my biggest disappointment was that Clark and Ellen only showed up for less than 4 minutes. I counted. If you saw the trailer, you pretty much saw all you're gonna see of them.
They always say it's not the destination, it's the journey, right?
Holy! The journey sucks. That's what makes you appreciate the destination. You had a dream to take your family to Wally World. Never let that go. I know I didn't.
Yep, that was about it. It probably would have worked better as a surprise cameo. While it has its moments, this sequel, spin-off, whatever, isn't really worthy of the Vacation name. Granted, it was better than Christmas Vacation 2, Uncle Eddie's Island Adventure. Ugh. Next up is Mr. Holmes. This movie is about the real Sherlock Holmes in his 90s. He is trying to solve the biggest case of his life, his own mortality. We follow Mr. Holmes as he tries to find ways to cure his mind. He tries different methods of quote-unquote medicine to do this. The main plot involves Holmes trying to remember the facts of his last case, which were embellished by Dr. Watson in story form.
If I ever write a story myself, it will be to correct the myriad misconceptions created by his imaginative license.
Murder, Mr. Calmont. Murder.
As the film moves along, more of the story is revealed, as things that happen to Holmes jog his memory. Ultimately, this is a story about humility, mortality, solitude, and happiness. The story is well-rounded, even though at times it is driven by coincidence. Sir Ian McKellen is amazing in this. It probably wouldn't be nearly as good without him. You needed an actor of his caliber to make this story work. He makes you believe that Sherlock Holmes is real and not the work of fiction. The cases that Holmes is trying to remember are sometimes funny and at other times depressing to watch, but always interesting. For fans of Sir Ian McKellen and fans of Sherlock Holmes, this is a must-see for a more human version of the character. But remember, it's only just one guy's opinion. I'm Geno Reynolds from The Real Opinion. Until next time.